Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever noticed that in the story of creation, there's one day that's missing a really key phrase? Today, we are diving deep into a flaw that was baked right into the fabric of the universe on the second day, and the elegant software patch that was deployed on day 3 to fix it. We're going right into the source code of Genesis to understand a cosmic bug that, believe it or not, made our entire reality possible. Our main source here, the ancient Zohar, it just drops this cryptic clue right at the beginning. Now, this isn't just saying one thing happened after another. It's a statement of cause and effect. It's telling us, point blank, that day 2 was fundamentally broken, and day 3 was its repair. So the big question is, what exactly was the flaw?
And this is the mystery that unlocks the entire story. The Torah's account of creation is filled with this beautiful repeating line, and God saw that it was good. It shows up on day 1, twice on day 3, on day 4, 5, and 6. But on day 2, the day the sky divided the waters, that line is just gone. It's missing. Why? Well, to find out, we have to go all the way back to that moment. So I want you to imagine this. Don't think of a peaceful, orderly creation. Instead, picture a universe of raw, unchecked, and totally opposing forces. Day 2 is the day of pure, unmediated division. It introduces a fundamental split right into the architecture of reality, a crack that runs through the very heart of existence, leaving the whole of creation in a state of critical instability. The Zohar and our other sources are really clear about this. This division wasn't just physical, like water up there and water down here. No, it was a spiritual state of being. It created what the sages call machloket, a state of unresolved, raw conflict. And this wasn't some simple disagreement. It was a fundamental split in the fabric of reality itself, a system left in a dangerous state because, well, the job just wasn't done yet. This slide really just lays out the core problem perfectly. On one side, you have the state of day 2. You've got separation, you've got conflict, or machloket, and you have this unchecked harsh judgment, or din. And on the other side, you see that? It's blank. The column for harmony is completely empty, because at this point in creation, harmony as a balancing principle, it just didn't exist yet. The system was totally broken. But here's the thing. The story of creation is not a story of eternal conflict. It's a story of ultimate harmony. And so on day 3, a brand new principle enters the cosmic stage. And this is the key. It doesn't just show up as the next step in the sequence, but as the active solution to the problem of day 2. So here's the part you really have to get. The conflict of day 2 isn't erased. It's not destroyed. It's integrated. The Zohar says the third day literally entered between them and separated the conflict. It doesn't get rid of the separation. It manages it. That division from day 2 actually becomes the foundation for something more complex, more dynamic, and way more beautiful. It basically turns a bug into a feature. Now check this out, because this is what's so cool. Look at how the qualities of day 3 are the direct answer to the flaws of day 2. Where there was raw separation, day 3 brings in integration. Where there was conflict, machloket, it establishes peace, shalom. And to balance out that harshness of unchecked judgment, din, it introduces the mediating quality of mercy, rachamim. The incomplete finally becomes whole. Okay, so how does this repair actually work? To understand the deep secret here, the sod, we have to look at the underlying spiritual physics of creation, a system known as the Sefer Rot, which our sources basically describe as the blueprint of all reality. First up, on the right side of this whole cosmic structure, you've got the force of chesed. Our sources connect this with water. I want you to think of it as pure, infinite love and expansion. It's all giving, no limits, no boundaries at all, just a flow of blessing that never ever stops. Its spiritual color, or frequency, is white. And opposing it, over on the left, is the force of Gevura. This is the power of discipline, of boundaries, of restriction, and strict judgment, or din. The sources associate this with fire. It's the force that says no, the one that creates form and structure by setting limits, and its spiritual color is an intense, fiery red. So as our sources explain, a world of just pure chesed would be totally unsustainable. It'd be like an infinite flood of goodness that no container could ever hold. And a world of pure gevurah would be this sterile, harsh reality too severe for any life to survive. This was the fundamental problem of day 2. You had these two primary forces just staring each other down in a state of unmediated opposition. All right, let's use a tech analogy to really get this. Imagine you're building a cloud architecture. On day 2, you have 2 essential but totally opposite servers. Server A, that's chesed. It's trying to pump out an infinite, unlimited stream of data. Server B, Gevora, is a super strict firewall that just blocks everything. They can't communicate, they can't sync. The result? A system-wide crash. The whole thing is non-functional. So the solution is the emergence of a third axis, a middle column, and its main attribute is Tiferet. Tiferet means beauty or harmony. Our sources also call it rachamim, or mercy, and they associate it with air, which naturally mediates between fire and water. Its whole job is to blend and harmonize the opposites, to sweeten the harshness of Gevora while giving some structure to the boundlessness of Chesed. And its color is green, the color of life. And this technology just perfectly illustrates the solution. Tiferet acts like middleware, like a reconciliation layer. It's a protocol that finally allows Server A and Server B to communicate. It translates the infinite output of Chesed into packets that the firewall of Gevora can actually process, creating a stable, functional, and harmonious architecture. The system is now online. So you can see the process is really clear. It starts in a state of conflict, this stark opposition of red and white. Then comes the intervention of a third way, the balancing green of Tiferet. And this doesn't lead to one side winning, but to a higher state of harmony, a beautiful integrated whole. So what's the result of this profound act of cosmic repair? What happens when you stabilize the entire architecture of creation? Well, it shows up as this unique phenomenon in the biblical story, like a double reward for a job well done. On the third day, and only on the third day, the phrase ki tov, that it was good, it appears twice in the text. Now, this isn't just a stylistic choice. In a text this precise, that's a critical piece of data. So, you have to ask, why the double blessing? The Zohar explains this perfectly. The first ki tov is for the completion of day 3's own work. The gathering of the waters, the emergence of land. Simple enough. But the second ki tov, that's a retroactive blessing. It's a cosmic patch that goes back in time and fixes the flaw of day 2. By integrating that division, day 3 makes the work of day 2 retroactively good. It's declaring that this now managed, harmonized division is a stable and essential part of the divine plan. To put it in gaming terms, just imagine day 2 was a corrupted level that totally blocked your progress. Day 3 isn't just about completing the next level. It's about getting an ability so powerful, the ability of Tiferet, that it retroactively patches the code of the previous level, making it work. And the game engine recognizes this elegant fix and grants you a double achievement bonus. This whole cosmic pattern, this story of conflict and reconciliation, it's not just some abstract, ancient text. It is a living blueprint for navigating our own lives. It's all about recognizing the poles of opposition that we all face and then actively searching for that third way that creates harmony. We all have these primal forces inside of us. We have the chesed impulse, that desire to give endlessly, sometimes to the point where we just have no boundaries. And we have the gavaruka impulse, the tendency to be strict, rigid, judgmental, sometimes unable to forgive. The real spiritual work, the challenge of being human, is to find that middle path, the path of Tiferet. This is the path of compassionate truth, of disciplined love, where our kindness has direction and our judgment is softened by mercy. So, as we close out this deep dive, the question I want to leave you with is this. Look at your own world, in your relationships, in your work, in your community, even inside your own soul. Where is there an unresolved conflict between two extremes? Where is there a day 2 situation, a state of machlaket, that's just waiting for a third, harmonizing path of Tiferet to emerge and bring some healing? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.